They didn't invent evil. They didn't invent class. They just packaged it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the 10 most misguided companies who caused the most public outrage and backlash.
How in the world did this possibly get past all of you there to not realize that this looks like something absolutely terrible?
Number 10, Pearl Milling Company.
While Williams is glad that the Aunt Jemima brand is going away, he doubts that her disappearance will have much impact on the public's perception about stereotypes in the marketplace.
In 2021, this breakfast brand returned to its original name from 1888, although most people recognize it from the controversial name it used for over 100 years. In 1889, Pearl Milling Company began branding their pancake mix as Aunt Jemima, complete with a caricature image of a black woman, to make their product stand out on shelves. Although Aunt Jemima's look changed over the years as the brand attempted to modernize, there was no denying that the famous image was rooted in the Jim Crow era and harmful mammy stereotypes.
Right there on your pancake box.
As a kid, my mother always made those.
Everybody ate those pancakes.
In 2020, after years of backlash, parent company PepsiCo finally announced they would be removing the Aunt Jemima name and image from packaging.
The company says they've already started eliminating the image and the name from packaging, and customers should start seeing changes on supermarket shelves later this year.
Number 9. Balenciaga.
These are the images that have upset so many people. Young children holding teddy bears dressed in bondage costumes.
Luxury fashion house Balenciaga faced serious social media scrutiny in 2022 when users began noticing a subtle but concerning theme in their campaign photo shoots. One campaign saw child models holding handbags made of plush bears wearing bondage gear, a choice many critics saw as incredibly inappropriate.
Critics sounding off on social media, one writing, "I understand that a lot of Balenciaga's marketing is the shock factor of it all, but this is just disgusting."
Another photo shoot included legal papers that referenced a Supreme Court case on child sexual abuse imagery. That same shoot also included a book of Mikhail Borumin's Fire from the Sun paintings, which feature images of naked toddlers. Balenciaga has since apologized and also sued the producers of the photo shoots in question. The incident led to boycotts and caused many celebrities, including Kim Kardashian, to reconsider their relationship with the brand.
Everyone on the internet seems to agree. Very bizarre. And this group in particular says it is the exploitation of children, and anyone who buys from Balenciaga is agreeing with that.
Number 8. Dove.
I feel like it throws off, the whole idea of facial symmetry and being beautiful and things like that.
Since 2004, beauty brand Dove has attempted to use their advertising to promote body positivity and challenge conventional standards of beauty with their Real Beauty campaign. The campaign has seen some wins, with many praising the brand's willingness to showcase more relatable models. However, sometimes they've missed the mark. One ad aiming to show how their lotion is suitable for a diverse range of skin types showed a black woman removing her shirt and turning into a white woman. Though the ad was not intended to be racist, Dove apologized for overlooking the fact that it could have been viewed as such.
I think the full TV ad does a much better job of expressing what the campaign message was. The Facebook ad was really just meant to be something a bit more fun, a slightly different creative concept.
Number 7. Chick-fil-A.
You don't have to be gay to be out here today. Be straight. You don't have to, it's not about, making out in front of Chick-fil-A. It's about standing up for what you believe in and standing together in solidarity.
This fast food restaurant has gained a cult following over the years, with loyal fans flocking to their local Chick-fil-A 6 days a week to get their chicken sandwich fix. However, as the brand's profile has grown, so has public scrutiny over certain discriminatory and harmful business practices. Influenced by the founder's devout Southern Baptist beliefs, Chick-fil-A has donated millions to groups that oppose same-sex marriage and organizations that support conversion therapy.
The company has taken PR and hits and even suffered boycotts, which have resulted in them not being allowed to set up shop on university campuses or airports, and protests in the UK that have slowed their efforts to establish themselves across the pond.
LGBTQIA+ employees of the fast food chain have also reported facing discrimination in the form of offensive jokes and threats of termination. While this has caused many individuals to boycott the brand, Chick-fil-A still remains one of the top 3 most successful fast food restaurants in America.
I think we're inviting God's judgment on our nation when we shake our fist at him and say, we know better than you as to what constitutes a marriage.
Number 6. Heineken. This world-famous Dutch beer came under fire in 2018 for an advertisement many viewed as shockingly racist. In an ad promoting their new light beer, a bottle slides past multiple patrons before landing in front of a woman with noticeably lighter skin. The slogan was the final nail in the coffin, reading, "Sometimes lighter is better." Heineken quickly pulled the ad, but denied their lighter slogan referred to anything other than the beer's lower calorie content. Some, including Chance the Rapper, suggested the ad was an attempt to get attention on the brand by purposefully stirring up controversy. They say any press is good press, but this really wasn't a good look for Heineken. Number 5, Zara.
When you see it, there's a part of me that says, really, do you think the world is going to be this stupid to not notice it when you're selling it?
This Spanish retailer has been consistently expanding worldwide since the 1980s, selling affordably priced clothing, accessories, and beauty products. In 2014, an unfortunate design for their kids' clothing line caused significant backlash for the brand. The shirt in question was meant to be Western-inspired, but its striped pattern and six-pointed star made it more closely resemble a concentration camp uniform from the Holocaust. The brand apologized and pulled the shirt, but this wasn't Zara's first or last controversy. In 2007, the brand pulled a handbag after realizing it was patterned with a green swastika. More recently, in 2021, a senior designer at Zara came under fire for her harsh anti-Palestinian comments.
They're feeding back that information and trying to synthesize what they see as the global trends of the moment. That information is then being passed on to the designers and to the buyers.
Number 4, Abercrombie & Fitch. Built on exclusivity, the allure of Abercrombie & Fitch in the early 2000s was in the high status that wearing their clothing would supposedly grant you. Former CEO Mike Jeffries famously stated he wanted his brand only to be worn by attractive all-American cool kids.
The stores would each focus on a particular college campus, and they would try to recruit the best-looking fraternity guys. If a fraternity guy was popular, other people would then say, all right, what's he wearing, and want to copy that.
He even admitted to his brand being exclusionary. Abercrombie has since gone through a significant rebrand focusing on inclusivity and diversity, but controversy still follows its former leader. In 2023, Jeffries was accused of sexually exploiting male models aspiring to work with Abercrombie while he was still CEO. Abercrombie responded by launching an investigation into the matter and reiterated their severed ties to Jeffries and his actions.
He said, are we exclusionary? Absolutely. He said, not everyone can wear our clothes. I don't want everyone essentially wearing our clothes.
Number 3, H&M.
H&M doesn't own any factories, but works with independent suppliers, who all have to meet H&M's sustainability commitment and code of ethics.
One of the biggest brick-and-mortar fast fashion retailers, H&M has been a popular choice for affordable, trendy clothing for decades. Due to the ethically fraught nature of fast fashion, H&M is also no stranger to controversy. One of the brand's biggest design-based blunders was a 2018 image of a black child model wearing a sweatshirt that read, "Coolest monkey in the jungle." This was perceived as racially insensitive and caused many to boycott the brand.
Marketing expert Shayna Harris says the clothing controversy could have been avoided.
It's just surprising that that made it through all the different checks.
H&M has also come under scrutiny for the poor working conditions in their factories in China, Cambodia, and Bangladesh. Other critics highlight the brand's environmental impact, accusing them of greenwashing with their Conscious Choice line, which has allegedly misled customers about the sustainability of their products.
Be old, be new. There are no rules in fashion, but one. Recycle your clothes.
Number 2, Yeezy.
Within hours, he was on Twitter, sharing an image of a swastika inside the Star of David. It tested the boundaries of the newly owned social media platform.
These days, it's difficult to find someone more offensive and controversy-prone than Kanye West. His outspoken anti-Semitic views, including proclaiming himself to be a Nazi, have ruined his reputation as both an artist and an entrepreneur. It has also completely tanked his once successful media and fashion brand, Yeezy. His minimalist streetwear designs were once highly sought after, but previous collaborators like Gap and Adidas have cut all ties with Kanye.
I mean, it's a painting, it's a spirit that's inside of it that's now translated into these miniature vehicles.
In 2025, Kanye ensured there would be no separating his views from his brand when he made a t-shirt featuring a swastika, the only item available in his shop. Rolling Stone aptly called West a cultural and business pariah. and he's taking Yeezy down with him.
Are any of them talking to you right now?
Yeah, there are a lot that I really love. I mean, I love them all.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Nike, deemed unpatriotic by outspoken fans after the company pulled the Betsy Ross flag shoe at the request of spokesperson Colin Kaepernick.
Nike set off a firestorm after pulling their shoes emblazoned with the Betsy Ross flag, an early version of the American flag with 13 stars and stripes used in the 1700s before slavery was abolished.
Urban Outfitters. Employees report a toxic, discriminatory work environment and certain designs offend.
Just moments ago, Urban Outfitters pulled the shirt from its website, and it says, "It was never our intention to allude to the tragic events that took place at Kent State in 1970, and we are extremely saddened that this item was perceived as such."
Uber. Former CEO's sexist comments and unethical corporate culture caused push for his resignation.
Some people don't like to take responsibility for their own shit. They blame everything in their life on somebody else. But why you sending an email for town card? Good luck. Good luck to you too, but I know you don't gonna go far.
Victoria's Secret. Execs said fashion show fantasy would be ruined by plus-sized and transgender models.
He turned to me and he said, "I don't know how you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and you're okay with that." And so Monica was like, "Ed, stop. Like, just leave her alone." He didn't. He kept going on.
Ulta Beauty. Email subject line read, "Come hang with Kate Spade," who died by hanging. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Pepsi.
We are the movement, this generation. You better know who we are.
In the 1940s, Pepsi attempted to compete with Coca-Cola by targeting a more niche market, African Americans. They focused on ads that portrayed Black Americans in a positive light without the use of stereotypes. Quite progressive for the time, but you wouldn't think Pepsi had ever considered racial sensitivity after viewing their infamous Kendall Jenner ad.
We are the movement, this generation.
The 2017 commercial referenced the Black Lives Matter movement and heightened racial tension in the United States, particularly regarding police brutality. During a peaceful protest, Jenner gives a can of Pepsi to a police officer as a sort of peace offering, causing the crowd to erupt in cheers. This ad was received incredibly poorly, as many rightfully claimed it trivialized the movement and portrayed Jenner as a white savior.
The fact that I would offend other people or hurt other people was definitely not the intent, and that's what got me the most.
Do you think these brands should have been canceled, or was the outrage uncalled for? Let us know in the comments.
Kendall tries really hard to be socially conscious and aware of the jobs that she takes and to really think about how things affect other people. So it weighs really heavy on her heart, and she's super sensitive to this kind of stuff.